Okay people, here we go again with another week of Fridge Camp, and it's a good one.
Yep, and there's plenty of this.
Oh, hello.
That feels like it's meant to be. Too much of this.
Dance, shout, shake your body down to the ground.
But before we get to all of that, we need to find out what the theme is. And if it's half as good as last week, I'll be happy.
We've got some roadworks.
A lot of roadworks.
It's mystery box time again, and you know what that means. We're going to lower that thing down to roughly about here, and then we're going to peek inside it.
In that thing is a mystery ingredient. We don't know what it is. James does. He's going to lower it. We're going to find out what's in it.
And when we find out what it is, we are going to need your help.
Sweeping through what it is. We're going... We must lower the box!
Oh, hello.
Who has DVDs nowadays?
I've got a toy. It's a food truck toy. Is it food truck week?
It's food truck week.
Well done, Jamie.
So we're going to do the usual. We're going to do a lot of research with the community. We're going to come up with some awesome recipes. But really, what we're going to do is at the end of the week, we are going to run a food truck.
What?
What?
That's not a big night in, or a battle.
We're going to run...
A food truck.
Is it a pre-existing food truck that we're working with, or are we actually getting our own?
We are going to work
build
with
one
a
truck.
pre-existing food truck,
That's not quite as exciting, but it's
but
still
we're
very
going to
exciting.
make a recipe to sell from it
Okay.
that these guys have developed. As always, brownie points are available throughout the week. We're going to base brownie point allocation on how integral you've been to the project. And you guys can all decide between yourselves who gets the brownie points.
Okay. So we get to vote.
You get to vote.
Good.
You've got a lot to do.
Yeah, we have.
You should go do it.
You done good. We are making momo.
Yeah, these are deliciously dainty steamed dumplings.
Dumplings of joy.
So therefore we're going to make a pastry, a filling, and a dipping sauce. And the whole thing is going to be slightly more shaky than normal because Mike's on the camera.
And not over there.
Is that... There you are! I've been looking for you. What are you doing over there?
First up, the pastry, really easy. Twice as much flour, plain flour, to water, pinch of salt, a little bit of oil. Bring it together until you've got yourself a dough.
See, I love dumplings as a street food because it's sort of food I wouldn't usually eat or make at home, and it's a special treat.
So dumplings that you would make at home are the suet dumplings that you put in like a beef stew or something like that.
Yeah.
Or there's somebody who has been not blessed with height or slimness.
And this one doesn't need any kneading.
No kneading. So as soon as it comes together like that, we're just going to basically put it in the bowl and leave it to rest while we make the filling and the sauce. Now these guys pointed out that food truck food or street food has to be handheld, and therefore better do small dumplings that we can dip. Let's do the dip.
And for the dip, we need a lovely spice blend. We've got some fenugreek and some mustard seeds, which we're going to toast off in a pan and then blend up in a spice
Grinder.
grinder. What does it smell of? Like, and don't say fenugreek,
Right.
but it takes me somewhere.
Yeah, no, I know, yep.
Are you there with me?
I know what you mean.
It's a bit like an old carpet.
Yeah, it's musty.
Yeah.
It is musty. Yeah.
Now you smell that. That's why you
New
got the
carpet.
toasting. New carpet. So what we're looking for is kind of a sweet tomato but a tangy sauce. To begin with though, the spices. We're going to fry off in peanut oil our spice blend. Also adding in some whole mustard seeds as well as the ones we've ground because it's a nice textured pop as you eat. Plus a little bit of curry powder, plus a little pinch of chili powder. Give it a bit of a head start, then add in the tomatoes. Reduce for about 15-20 minutes. Then we add in tamarind paste, which is like the sourness, and reduce it until it's a dip.
Builders are back.
Do you mind? We're trying to make dumplings! To start our filling, we're going to start by finely slicing some ginger, garlic, some spring onions and some chilli, and fry that off in some sesame oil.
With all of those fragrant things frying off, we're now going to chop up a couple of leaves of Chinese cabbage. That's going to go in as well. You need to soften it, because you guys said if it's still too crunchy, it could poke through the pastry of our dumpling, which are very delicate. To finish it off, we're going to add some curry powder, a pinch of turmeric, and a splash of soy sauce. Reduce it down, and then when it's cooled, we're going to mix it into turkey mince. You guys can use any ground meat you like.
Now, you should make this recipe for this moment alone. This is one of the softest and most pleasurable doze you could ever imagine. And rolling it out, it's so soft.
Super soft. What you want to do is take about 20 grams at a time and roll it out on a floured surface, pretty much as thin as you can, and then cut it into a circle about 10 centimetres across. There are all sorts of different shapes that you can make with momos, kind of pursed ones, ones that come up to the middle. We like the idea of some triangular shaped ones, so a little dollop of our mince mixture.
Is that because they're easier by any chance?
They're easier for everyone to do at home, but they're also a shape we've not done before. A little blob of filling, a little dab around the outside, because that's going to act as a bit of a glow.
What?
No. And then we're going to pinch together up to the middle 2 sides, then turn and do the same, and then once more. And what we get is our triangular shaped momo.
Do they take this long in Tibet? You know, like the Tibetan monks take vows of like 50 years. Is that so they can make 2 momos?
Beautiful. Now these need to be steamed, which is the traditional way to cook momos. So we have a steamer. If you've got a multi-layer one, you guys said make sure you rotate the layers because the bottom layer will cook a bit quicker. They'll need about 10 minutes over a pan of steam. Those observant people amongst you will notice these are each on a piece of greaseproof paper. Don't let them touch each other or the bottom too much. Now we said we're going to mix it up and we're doing exactly that. We're going to make a sweet version as well, so the fusion of sweet and savoury. The same momo dough, rolled out exactly the same way, but inside a cherry that we've sweetened in a star anise sugar syrup, a little bit of dark chocolate and a tiny ball of marzipan. It's like Black Forest or chocolate cherry bakewell all in one. Beautiful, dainty momos, sorted.
That's delicious.
It's the fragrant spice, it's not like blow your head off spice.
First of all, if I didn't know that was turkey mince, I would have said that was pork.
Yeah.
Just in terms of the taste and the flavour that goes along with it.
Relish, chutney, pickle, whatever you want to call it.
There's a slight bitterness to that, which is really, really good with the spice.
And it'd be rude not to try the sweet ones too.
I'm intrigued as to what marzipan tastes like in the middle. Oh, hello.
It's all about that chocolate, cherry and star anise.
That feels like it's meant to be.
That's like a cherry bakewell.
If you want to give these a go, then as always, the full details are available downstairs.
And if you like the video, make sure you like the video.
And if you want to make sure you don't miss any more of our videos, then make sure you subscribe. Make sure you do a lot of things.
This is just day one. Tomorrow we tackle lots of food trucks, all in one succinct video.
Like a megazord of trucks.
Like a food festival.
Click on the left if you missed our last video, or click on the right video for one of our favourites.